What is going on, everybody? Hope you all are well. Today we are going to be taking a first look at Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. We're covering this in March. I'm actually covering the Game Pass version here because it came to Game Pass. I'm like, why not? I also covered the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection a couple of years ago. That video is also up on YouTube. I covered all 3 games, also on Xbox Series X. So we're going to be covering both of these games here, and I'm going to be doing a comparison here because I might as well, because I own the Master Collection. What happened with Ninja Gaiden 2? When the Sigma version of that came out to PlayStation 3, because it was Ninja Gaiden 2 was locked to Xbox. That had unfortunately like a major downgrade, so they tried to get that game looking in HD, and to get that game looking in HD, what they ended up doing was they ended up cutting a lot of the enemies. So let's say if there was like 5 enemies on screen at one point in certain segments, there'll now be 3. If there was some segments might have had no enemies, but they had enemies before. Also, they toned down the gore. So a lot of the hardcore Ninja Gaiden fans said, oh, this Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 is a way worse version because it totally fundamentally changed. Not fundamentally, but it changed the way the game played. It made it where all the enemies had too much health. There wasn't enough enemies. Because there wasn't the blood, gore, and guts, you couldn't tell when to do the one-shot move because there was no limbs. It was just green mist everywhere. And I originally was like, toxic gamers, bro. Boomers, most of them who like Ninja Gaiden from SNES, right? I was like, whatever, they're talking, they just want more blood, guts, gore. Okay, I've been playing this off stream. I apologize. I owe them gamers an apology. Because this is the first time I'm saying, okay, get out of my goddamn comments. You were right. Because I've been A-Bing both of these games off stream, and it was like, oh, actually, this is the first time I'm going to say this. The blood, gore, and guts actually makes a difference in this game because it makes it easier for you to tell when you can do the one-shot move. And obviously I can't speak to the enemy health. I can now because I played both versions, about the enemy health and stuff, because it's easier to kill enemies in the black two black, so it makes the game quicker and more pacey. But there's still more caveats to be had here. Okay, so Team Ninja has come out and said that we've lost the original code for Ninja Gaiden 1 and Ninja Gaiden 2. So even though Ninja Gaiden 2 Black has come out now, it's actually underneath the code from Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. So all the improvements they added with Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, I say improvements in air quotes, because they added a lot of content in Sigma 2. They added 3 extra characters, more modes, and more bosses. But there were certain bosses that the community didn't like. They said they slowed down the game and stuff. They've actually removed that content from Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. So it's like a very hard decision now because a lot of my community wants to play these games. Like, yo, I heard this game's out. Should I play it? And I was like, you know what we'll do? We'll do a video, first look of this, and then we'll also do another video where I compare the Sigma 2 version through backward compatibility, and we'll just see what the difference is. So that's the plan for today. That's what we're doing. I'm sorry, this intro went on forever. Other things that they've said here is... that they've done here is, obviously this is made in like Unreal Engine 5, so this is like a graphical up-res port. And another thing I've heard, and I don't know if this is true because I've been trying to A/B play them, but I'm not sure. People are saying that this is kind of similar to the Blue Point Demon Souls game, where underneath it was the same game, it just had a graphical makeover. So think of it like that. I don't know if it's still the same game. Oh, I wasn't paying attention because that stuff is still a bit like cheesy and hell, man. It's I wasn't. Rusty. I don't know. Am I just trying to do that today? I don't... Basically, this is all you do in this game. Because the Inazuma drop is so powerful. Like, you can raise them in the sky and then do that move and you one-shot basically everybody. So there's 2 moves you're constantly doing. One is that, and another one is like your charge move. So yeah, the other big thing that they added to the Sigma 2 games was like you get the like weapon wheel. So every level gives you a new weapon. which we'll unlock in a little while, and I'll show you. See how his limbs removed now, and then I could do the one shot. But yeah, it's weird. I never thought I would say this, but it actually does help with the gameplay. And another move you're constantly doing is just the charge. Again, look how crazy the screen gets. That's why I would say probably turn off the motion blur, because all it does is blur out everything that is going on. So yeah, a lot of our community play the Souls games, and people probably want to know, like, yo, how does this play? You know, why is everybody waxing lyrical about this game all of a sudden right now? Like, even though it's cool, but I'ma still say, man, I think the Ninja Gaiden games are a little bit overhyped. I'm a straight out honest with you. Like, yeah, I don't like. I get why people were crazy about these games when it originally came to Xbox One. All right, you need to come out here. Get away from there. This is annoying. My goodness. Because there was definitely gonna say that's definitely a 2000 females character design. And sorry, I'm just answering some questions from chat. This way you get your first weapon. Is like a staff. So if you press up here, this is my favorite weapon in this game. It's got the action aspects of Devil May Cry, but it plays and feels a bit more toward Neo. But the Neo games went more stiff. So I would say it feels better than Devil May Cry. You don't have some of the options with the juggle combos, but I was never the biggest Devil May Cry fan. Like, Devil May Cry nerds or something else, man. They love Devil May Cry, but like to me, Devil May Cry almost seems something like the Tony Hawk games, you know? Like, oh, how can I do this big combo and get those big numbers and style points and stuff, rather than you know, is this a Souls game? Is this a Neo game? Is this a Ninja Gaiden game where, you know, everything I do is intended? And then those guys would probably say, oh, you're only saying that because you're bad at the Devil May Cry games. But like, and don't get me wrong, you can totally mash your way through this game. Like, I'm not saying it's that level of, like, you can get through this whole game by doing 2 moves. Like, you can do that charge move. You can literally get through the entire game doing that charge move. I shit you not. So basically, when you're doing that charge move, you can get in those orbs, and then when you get in those orbs, it charges your charge move faster. So you're going like this, you suck in the orb, and then you automatically go to full charge quicker. So you'll rinse repeating that all the time. I'm going in here, see, now I'm on full charge because I sucked in that orb. And you can do this throughout the entire game. Or the second way you play is you do the Inazuma drop. So should say there is you can throw shurikens, and you do get a bow and arrow in a bit, which changes into a gun later. I know that makes it sound like I know that makes it sound like Devil May Cry, but it's not. It's just like, all right, let's equip these. I don't like them. They look cool as hell, but they hit hard. But I think I prefer better combo potential. Says that and then does a crazy combo. Like, one clear evolution they can do to this game when Platinum makes it is when you could do those one-shot moves after the limbs have been severed. Just make it like the Assassin's Creed games where you could one-shot a couple of enemies at a time and not just one. It's like that would be satisfying as hell. Like, cut the limbs off of 2 enemies and then imagine get that locked. Oh, did I miss it? I missed it. Camera angle. So you basically do it once you get like you can. People probably say, "Oh, that's the cheap way to play, though." Whatever. Man, in some instances it looks very nice though, like here. Right, this level really shows up the new engine well. Dogs were bad in Souls games. Alright, you get a weapon here. Let's... That it? Yes. Again, not a fan of this weapon. Also, they give you a lot of weapons you end up only using. I use the scythe a lot. I use his main sword a lot, and I use the his main sword, the scythe. Oh, and the staff. That was my 3 go-tos. You know, comparative to Sigma 2 was correct now that I've played this compared to. So I'm gonna believe them for what they say about 2 as well. Because, like, general consensus is it just speeds up the gameplay. It's meant to be quicker because enemies ain't health sponges. Which, to be fair, I don't think they are here now. But if they're gonna add more enemies in that version, then they probably even got less health, right? So you can mow through way more of them. Right, I think that shows enough of this off. What we'll do here is let's jump into Sigma 2 Master Collection. We're going to be playing it through backward compatibility on Xbox Series X again. And what we'll do is we'll show like 2 or 3 minutes off of each level, and we'll add that to the end of the video, and probably add that as a separate video as well, just so you can get a good comparison of what's going on. So stay right there. We'll be right back. So see, no limbs chopping off, and instead of blood splatter, we just got blue mist. I guess we'll just leave the... No, we'll skip fully. Like, without the blood splatter and everything does look like much cleaner. Again, that's just, yeah, that is the, like, you know, that's the big improvement. Limbs chop off easier, enemies ain't sponges, and where are they? Maybe there was a bit more cheaper with the shurikens as well. I can't remember them. Burn them from that far. And when you're A/B and compare them, it's like, man, okay, maybe like they've added more effects and stuff, but the graphics haven't taken. Like when you turn off all the blur and stuff as well, it's like not massively. Just for the video, what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna cut a bit forward until we get the staff, just so I can show you. Again, this video doesn't go on forever. So there'll be a little bit cut here when we get the staff, so you can see what staff gameplay is like. Come on, where am I? Oh, do I have to kill the boss first? But yeah, this boss, they've cut it out. Like it's, so this is the thing is that I don't understand why. Like, yeah, the boss is cheap and maybe it's not for good for like speed running lot and all that, but it's not like say. It's not like say, oh, some of those other bosses are not cheap. So it's like, oh, how could they do it? I don't get why they cut that content. Like it doesn't add to the pace and the flow. It's like those people who take this game a little bit too seriously, I think. Like, yo, is this version easier to play? It's just I've got used to the level now that I've played Black 2 for a while. Reason I keep clicking them, I don't know if you unlock certain moves by reading certain things. I can't remember. Maybe I like this weapon because it's the most cheap. Right, they're around here. This is what we're here for. Maybe I'm coming around to these weapons. They do a chunk of damage. I wish the way they did that was better. Is going into first person, or like, you know, behind the back camera sucks. I don't know how much it adds. In fact, it doesn't add nothing. Alright, this is enough. This kind of shows you what the second level looks like. Alright, so this level will be a good test, right? Because the rain and stuff. Actually, this level... Alright, visually you can tell with this level as well. Okay, in the new game, this level looks really nice. I was gonna say, I saw there's a gajillion dogs here before. Oh my days. Yeah, not playing this AB. I don't know if maybe I'm just hooking it up about the enemies have a lot less health and the limb severing mechanic and everything. Maybe it plays very similar. I mean, there's a little bit of blood there. Uh-oh, he's still alive. Wow. All right, talk about overkill. But yeah, want to explode on me? All right, I think that shows off enough of this level. Let's just let's go back. Oh, I could just probably, I got quick resume, right? Let's, okay, this will show this off perfectly actually. Wow. All right, graphically it's a lot. It's a lot. I guess a lot of the haze effect and everything like adds a lot, right? Like you're still clipping through. Look, you're clipping through the concrete out here. Like you're not standing on concrete out here. You're floating. It's like the effects around it is what builds it, right? Because like the floor textures and all that don't look like they've been improved. I don't know if this is because it looks smoother or like I feel like it feels. Maybe this is just in my head. Yeah, there you have it. You know, that was a quick first look at the game. Again, there'll be probably two videos. One would just do a comparison video. One would show a first look of the new game, and then at the end of that, there'll be a comparison to the older game. I guess it comes down to the hardcore still are saying this is not the original 2, so there's not as much enemies, and you know, some of those enemies still have too much health. And then for the people who haven't played the original 2 is the question of, well, should you buy this or should you buy the Master Collection, which has a lot more content and is way cheaper? Or is this a good primer for you to get into 4 that comes out, which we don't know if it's gonna play like this because it's a different team, and this wasn't even the best of, you know, the Ninja Gaiden games to everybody. I think the hardcore say the black one, right? Or one black is probably the peak. So I guess that's a decision that has to be made for you, right? So like I'm showing it off AB here, graphically what it does different, and like it's nice. And again, I didn't think the gore would make that much of a difference. It does, mechanic wise, so you can see when limbs are off and you can do the one-shot kill. But 3 games versus 1, I mean, that's a question for you, right? I think the best way is to play is if you're on Xbox, because you can get the best version of every game. You can get the new version of this game that looks the best. You can even play the original 2 through backward compatibility, and you can buy the Master Collection version of Sigma 1, or even play one. You know, you have a lot of choice on the Xbox side in playing the original. When it comes to PlayStation, is just like, well, I could buy the Master Collection, you know, or I could buy this, or another option you probably have is I can buy, because I know on Xbox I think they sell the games individually from the Master Collection, so you can probably just buy Sigma 1 and then buy 3 and then buy this, and those games we covered in 2021, I think. So like they should be cheap enough, right? Like maybe that's another viable option for you. But yeah, the choice is yours. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget, depending on what video you're watching, there'll be a shorter video that shows just the comparison of the 2 games and not just the first look. If you're interested, that'll be up on the channel. Don't forget to follow and subscribe depending on the platforms you're watching. We stream this live over on Twitch. We stream that a couple times a week. Got a community Discord and Twitter. All that information will also be in the description. Come check us out. Other than that, I think we'll call it with this one. Thanks for tuning in. Much love. Peace. Oh, and don't forget, if you want to watch that original Master Collection video, we covered all 3 games. That's also up on the channel.